All of a sudden, he just flipped out. And that's the only thing I can say. He just showed his true colors and had a whole tantrum. He never told us about the mystical number as to what he wanted the budget to stay within. We are, our job as the 103rd Assembly is to pass a budget, all right? And our budget is 52 million, and that is our job. And so for him not to pass that, I'll re-offer the House Bill 19 so that we can truly agree upon, because the Senate added something that increased the dollar amount of it. That was unacceptable. And so therefore, we as a body did not get to approve that. That directly impacted Kansas City in one of my special projects, the Delano project, where we were trying to offer $1 million to the Delano project so that we can continue progressing in building an unaccompanied youth shelter with wraparound services in conjunction with the city as well as the school district, because we will be repurposing a building. Also with some of the capital improvements that Starlight wants to do, because Starlight, you all been to Starlight in the summer, right?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, you're like, I'm melting, right?
Yeah.
So they want to build a cover or awning that has some ceiling fans in there to help keep the air moving, to give some comfort and some relief as we are engaging in the art performances, which is huge. And then also the expansion of UMKC's dental school all the way down to St. John, right? So those are some direct impacts that yeah, we need those dollars, but more importantly, also, our beloved teens. And so some of those dollars in House Bill 19 would have gone back over to Missouri Western to help do some improvements to the facility, the training facility for the Chiefs. And so those are just a top of some things here. But also at the same time, House Bill 19 also was saying they were trying to put some medical services in some rural areas in which medical services are no longer available or they've been moved out. And so House Bill 19 not being re-offered back to the House so that we could truly agree upon was egregious. And so it's a problem, because now we're having to go back to special session and we're gonna discuss House Bill 19, but they're gonna, according to the governor, they're removing anything that has any funding associated with general revenue. So some things could get in if they have a different funding source. But if he says, hey, we're gonna take out general revenue, he doesn't have to go and pick and choose, it'll sort itself out. So I'm not exactly sure what that looks like for us and how dollars are gonna come back, home in that regard. And then at the same time, we're gonna have to go back and we're gonna have to vote on that stadium bill, all right? And so I will tell you, I am for the stadium. I have voted for the stadium. I believe in both the stadiums because the stadiums have saved my life and as well as my family's life. So it is very near and dear to me, because when I could not get any other job, I was always working at the stadium. Those that know me knows that I have been at the stadium for over 29 years.
Oh, wow.
It was my first part-time job. And the stadium was paying more on a part-time basis than some full-time jobs. And so it is also a staple in our not-for-profit community that allows the not-for-profits to come in and work those concession stands and then be able to fundraise, and families don't have to go into debt trying to send kids on band trips or, to go experience their language while they go through foreign languages and stuff like that. So the stadiums play a major role specifically on our east side for economic development as families travel through Raytown in order to get to the stadium, but also at the same time as our seniors, our retired teachers, our working teachers, and our students are employed at the stadium. Royal Stadium by itself is about 5,000 part-time jobs that last for 6 months. 6 months on, 6 months off, and there could be a couple of extra events in there. The Chiefs, on the other hand, they have about 5,000 to 7,000 part-time staff. And again, those are significant dollars, somewhere between $5,000, $7,000, maybe even $10,000 in income generated back to that household. So having the stadium, and I am a yes on the stadium, will devastate my neighborhood. It will devastate my community. So I'm gonna stop there and I'm gonna turn it over to Pat.
Okay.